Hi guys, Centurion here, and today I'm going to do a quick recap and include a couple of new additions from what we can see for 1.19. This is going to be my last video until the patch notes come out, so let's dive in straight away. As you can see, right here is we've got a new one from the dev team, which includes black plate carriers and a new environmental feature. This could purely be because they're doing a live stream and talking about the patch notes tomorrow at 1500 CEST, which is 2 o'clock GMT, which is the UK time. However, the black plate carriers is something definitely significant considering we're talking about 1.19 patch notes. So, forgive the background, this is my old footage when I was going through it. I just thought to reuse it because a lot of this in here is what we'll be talking about, so I'm just going to let my old self from many moons ago talk about it for me. Apart from that, I want to focus on what we've got and recent updates, including the rifles and so on. So in this one, you'll instantly notice the Chernarus Mining Company sign in the background. However, it is going to be on Livonia, because if you look at the top right where the Dayz logo is, you've got the Livonia symbol underneath it. He's also got an eye patch on his face, as well as a black plate carrier, I think, which is going to be the main focus on this one. So we can definitely tell that it's going to be something new, as well as a new place of interest. Now, the one major thing is we've got a teaser for a sniper rifle, and this sniper rifle looks to be a one that isn't in the game already because it's got a new type of scope and so on. So let's have a look at it quick. So I've zoomed in for you, and you can see directly top right of your screen is the barrel. Now there is no front sight, the no far sight, so that instantly gives us an idea of what type of sniper it is. It'll be one that is a bolt action, like an M24 you see in the US, or a SSG-82. And now if you look at the scope, you can definitely tell what type it is. It will be the SSG-82 from Vigor. Now I'm not going to say the full German name because I'll probably butcher it, but the SSG-82 is an East German from the Soviet era sniper rifle, and it had a 4 to 6 times magnification scope, which isn't in the game, which has a specific style. As you can see, the SSG-82 is on screen right now, and as you can see, just underneath the front of the sight is a small post holding it up, which is a dead giveaway with the one that we already have, and also is chambered in 5.45 by 39 Soviet, which is the Russian equivalent of the NATO 5.56. Now, I don't want to get carried away on the sniper, so let's skip into our next one, which my older self is going to explain. So, two major things you'll see in the background of this video is what we can see for the update. Is obviously, it's a feckin' bunker, which is cool as shit, as well as, once the door opens, is you'll see Hannah. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and explain the Hannah because that could be a completely separate video itself. But instantly you'll see a skull on the backpack, and in the background, a Humvee. Now, we can't exactly say this is a working Humvee, but now, it's nice to assume, isn't it? We've been waiting for another vehicle for a long time, since 1.12, where we got the wonderful M3S. And, well, the Humvee is one thing that everyone's been begging for. Well, the bunker, well, we want to focus on the bunker, it's the point of 1.19. And, we don't know if it's going to be code, we don't know if it's going to be keycards, but we'll find out in the experiment update, which we'll probably cover eventually in 3 days' time from this video's recording. So, what else will be coming from 1.19 apart from what we already have? Because right now it's looking to be a big fucking update.
So the primary goal of the new simulation is to stabilize it, so we don't have the issues with the suspension that are plugging the current simulation. So that's the main goal. And yeah, like it's like the vehicles will feel a little bit different because it's a different simulation. So it's more modern simulation, but yeah, that's about it. Like the primary goal is to really stabilize the simulation. So we avoid the issues that we are dealing with.
Yeah, and he asked specifically about consoles. I guess it goes the same. It just should improve the performance, but we are still testing. It's something that's been, you know, baking on our, like, you know, behind the scenes for a long time, obviously, because we know that the vehicles are not ideal right now. we like hear you out, as you heard. Adam also plays the game, so we all know how it is, and it's just very complex. There's not like one issue that we would like, you know, write code like car fix equals true and it would be done. And duping and swimming under map, something we know, like especially duping. Since I was in the QA, like we have people who try to kind of you know, monitor it and try to replicate it themselves, and then we are trying to fix it. So I dare to say we fixed a lot of, you know, duping methods, you know, over the years, but there's always more, so it's kind of unending fight, which is too bad because we could use the time somewhere else, but I guess people just get so competitive that they need to do this. Yes. And about the swimming through the ground, yeah, it's something that we know about too, and we know it sucks, especially in combination with the base building. So we are looking into it and still testing various options how to fix it.
19. And well, we've got two awesome guys on it today. It was Matej Schmerk and Adam Franku, both two of the main developers and marketing guys from Dayz. Matej is the host of the Dayz live streams that they do, and on this one they were talking about 1.19 and primarily Livonia and what they're going to be bringing on to Livonia. So the first one they teased was amusement parks, so bringing something that they have already on Chernarus onto Livonia, and obviously making it a new place of interest. And you usually find these around city areas, but as you see, it's overgrown, which is cool. The next was a city, very much like what you see in Chernogorsk, the apartment complexes, but they're not bringing it very much as a heavy populous area, just bringing it to sad to, you know, the large towns like Topolin and Brenner and stuff like that. Next was summer camps. Summer camps are not currently that I think on Livonia, and obviously bringing it over would be a nice place of interest for people to go to get, you know, get your basic hunting rifles, which I think is what they tried to bring over. And the next was new different areas and new different like houses and stuff that you can find around the map. And obviously this one looks cool. It's one of your mustache greens, which has been overhauled and looks like a nice camping home out in the wilderness. However, I'm going to let something come out of the Dayz devs themselves, and this one is about scaling. So having items in game that is like a building at full size, but scaled down to like half the size and stuff. So I'm going to let the devs talk about this one, and it's going to be awesome.
I mean, of Dayz is the community creations, the community surrounding different servers. And we are always with every update trying to, you know, meet the demands, the requests for various things, adjustments, opening up some features and so on. And one of the things with 1.19 that we've actually enabled, even like, you know, not only in the script, but also through the server-side configuration files, is the control over the scaling of objects. So if you are a mapper that makes, you know, some custom objects compilations, you know, for your map, you will definitely appreciate it, because it's like, you know, you can rotate an object, you can place it, but what if you can scale it up and down?
Yeah, I mean, this is big. How you can see, quite a goofy screenshot from DOJ.
Do not do this in the game.
Yeah, do not do this in the game. It can affect the performance. If you're gonna make like city inside a city inside a city, it's not gonna run great. But we wanted to give our dear mappers a heads up partly maybe because Adam is also a mapper and DOJ is also a mapper, so they know how big of an impact this
So
can
just
have.
to be clear, we can scale the objects. When you are making a map, you can scale the objects. This is primarily for people that are actually enriching the existing maps through the server-side configs. Right? So they basically put us buildings to spawn, you know.
On top of this, the devs also teased multiple new areas and little bits of things you can find around the map. So we've got this one here on screen. It's like a little campsite just by a lake, and I think that's kind of cool. You can make something cool out of that one. As well as little bits such as this one here, which looks like to be a new site for a military area. You got the little outposts or the guard posts there, and you only can find those near military areas or a checkpoint, so you could bring something new. And on top of this one, you've got this one here, which is like an outside camping area where people would go have a wilderness shooting and stuff like that. And that's one thing I like about Livonia. It's a lot of wilderness, and also on top, you can find this big quarry here. And this one is going to look like it's been located near a military, with the barbed wire fences on the outside, but it's like a new quarry you can go ahead and find, and that'll be cool for a base. So, let the devs talk more.
A lot of forest areas, and one of the ideas that we've had, you know, it's like we're thinking, okay, so could we do something about it? You know, could we make the forest a little more interesting, like visually pleasing and so on? Not that we don't like them, of course, but you know, more variety inside.
Sure.
And yeah, so what we figure out is.
Yeah, here you go.
There you go. So, here you go. You can see something that we call deforested areas.
Yeah,
this is something that we've basically implemented across the whole map. Not for all the clearings, of course. There are some that are still, you know, just like the were, you know, overgrown with grass and everything. But some of the clearings are actually, you could say, a little more fresh. You know, with a lot of you know, the leftovers after the wood industry. I believe I can show you the other picture too. There is another picture here. Basically, it's like a you know, smaller branches all over the place, a lot of stumps in there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I would also maybe answer to Mazgal, who is saying, why does the bear look photo?
So here is the pictures back on screen. Now, the one thing I love about the Dayz devs is how they go ahead and interact with community. And one of them is, obviously, they mentioned photoshops, but it kind of does, to be fair. However, the one thing about the devs is they always strive to get what the community wants, and it's one thing they were mentioning in the first clip. And the one thing I do appreciate massively is the way they do that, and they always do these live streams, always go and check them out, and they are definitely one of the top for listening to community. It's happened multiple times before with fixes and stuff, but anyway, I'm going to link the stream down below. I'm also going to link Mark's video down below as well, so go ahead, check them both out. And anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.